What the hell are we all waiting for to start attacking life? We're waiting for the fucking stars to align? Back when I was growing up, the sun came out. All I need is a miracle. Well, guess what? That miracle ain't coming. There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life.
The first step to achieving a massive dream is conquering tiny impulses.
You don't build confidence by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by stacking.
Having an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are.
Thank you. That's
outwork your self-doubt.
A lot of people were like, no, but what if you don't have any successes? Like, how do you get started? And I still think that the quote is 100% valid. It's that they don't realize the validity of the smaller things that they have done up to that point. And then you do that enough times that you have enough evidence to make a claim that you can do this and support it. And I think
just start taking action. Something I heard the other day is, he basically started it out with saying, what do you do when you're lost in the woods? And yet the guy says, I don't know. And the speaker says, you start walking. Why do you start walking? Because if you don't, you're going to starve to death. Nothing will happen if you just stay stuck in the woods.
What are you so afraid of losing when nothing in this world belongs to you? And so it's like we're here on borrowed time to acquire borrowed assets and borrowed resources. And at the end of the game, you're just going to push your chips to the middle and somebody else is going to take your chair. That's it, out of coins. And so it's like, we're just in the game. Like we're just here, we're renting, we're leasers, right? None of this is permanent. And so the idea that we'd fear some permanent outcome from an impermanent existence, the longer I've been in the game, the more disgusted I am by that feeling.
And he said, you can't necessarily escape the suffering. So you might as well choose something in life to do that is worth suffering for. Because not doing anything at all out of fear or out of uncertainty will also make you suffer. Because you know that there's something inside of you that wants to do said thing.
I think about that every day. So there's no, for me personally, there's no lack of urgency when I wake up in the morning to think, oh, don't worry, I got all the time in the world. Because I know I don't. And I'm lucky to be here. And I'm going to try and live in a way that will at least do justice for my friends that aren't here.
Don't waste your time. Do you know that everybody alive gets exactly the same amount of time we get all there is? It's what we do with it that makes a difference. Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're going to figure it out.
So the next step you take, make sure it's something that you want to do and something that you're willing to suffer for, because you can't escape the suffering. This suffering or suck manifests itself in my life as uncertainty, because there are things that I must do day in and day out in my career that use up my resources like money and most importantly my time that have no real guarantee of bringing me anything back. I think that's the biggest thing that I've picked up on over the last few months is you figure it out by doing, not by thinking.
If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't over leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it, find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would, That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something you just don't know, whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want, finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it, I went all the way, I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
If you start walking and you figure out after 2 days that you're in the you went the complete wrong direction, that's fine. Now you know which direction that you can't go, or you at least tried a direction and you know that it's not the direction that you need to go in. So now you turn around and you start walking out and going the other way. So basically the whole idea is to just take action. You find out through doing, not by thinking.
And in thinking about that, I was like, I will actually never be sharper than I am today for the rest of my life. And the idea that there will be young people who will replace me, because humans are all replaceable. We have proven that. And so when I think about that, it decreases the stakes of these huge dreams that if I don't accomplish them, I will be upset or else. And so it's like we have these big or else's, like we want to threaten the universe, like I can't stand it if this does not occur. It's like, and the universe remains unchanged, and the universe is undefeated.
I think part of the challenges in life is a lot of us are running around half-assing ourselves, half-fooling ourselves, not full of ourselves, not studying ourselves enough, not holding ourselves to task enough, not patting our own self on the back when we do get what we want enough, not cracking our own whip on our backside when we do get out of line even though we knew better. I wish we were more full of ourselves that way.
What I have discovered so far is that I am wasting time trying not to waste time. That's as simple as I can explain it or articulate it right now.
You repeat what you don't repair. You repeat what you don't reflect on. You repeat what you don't release. You repeat what you don't reveal. You repeat what you don't reframe. You repeat what you don't respect in yourself. And you repeat what you don't take responsibility for. Patterns don't disappear with time. They disappear with work. So I hope you always remember to try and do that on your birthday.
I'm going to continue to lean in. I'm on the front foot. I'm 10 toes down.
Yes. Now, how much that direct sentiment from that night when he told me don't half-ass it had to do with that? I mean, yeah, it did have something to do with it. Look, when he said don't half-ass it, he was, and I talk about this in the book, he wasn't only giving me permission, he was giving me a responsibility. He was going, I knew I had his word with me in my future decisions. I was making it for more than myself.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is where most people stop, and this is why they don't win. Figure out what you want. Ignore the opinions of others. Do so much work, it would be unreasonable that you fail. Realize it never mattered to begin with. Help others once you get there. You've already achieved the things you said would make you successful.
Yeah, the first 5 steps there is is basically my master life plan. Figure out what you want. Which my first boss, I had a pretty terrible first out of college experience of work. But from that, I learned some of the most important life lessons that I still take to this day. And that boss particularly said one thing to me one day. She said, figuring out what you want is 99% of it.
I got a thing in my wallet. You're going to die one day, McConaughey. And I'm like, oh, that relaxes me. If I'm going in, complacent, I got another note and tell myself, what you're about to say and do will outlive you. So you better fucking do it well, to get me more on edge.
And the starting point of personal greatness is when you usually say to yourself, what wonderful thing am I going to do with my life? Why am I here? I have this one life, this precious, precious life. And as you know, this life is not a rehearsal for something else. This is the real one. You say to yourself, what am I going to do with my life? Why am I here? What are my unique talents and abilities? Look back into your life and ask yourself, what is it that you've done in the past that you most enjoyed?
We've got to quit playing like this is a game. We've got to treat life like what it is. It's sacred. Yet we're capable of doing anything we want. But we've got to do it. It ain't going to happen for us. You see, I think this is very important we focus on this. Focus on right now, because that is all you've got. There isn't any past, there isn't any future. Now's it.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
At some point, we take accountability for the life that we're living in the present. The past we can't change, but we can be fully present to say, okay, what am I going to get? If this has happened, how can I grow from this? And that's accountability. That's accountability.
So what's your f***ing excuse? Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too much? Now it's time for some real talk. If you're allowing people in things and situations, throwing space in your fucking head, you're losing. Last thing, life's one big fucking head game. You play with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to get in your fucking head. Stay hard.
You know, how can you have faith that you're going to go and do all of the things that you want in life when you can't not hit the snooze button?
Right.
Or you can't not cheat on your diet. You
Right.
can't not do, you know, you are constructed by the tiny decisions that you make every single day. And even if you think that nobody else is watching, and even if no one is, there's this little ticker in the back of your mind when you go to bed. You know, you were gentle with yourself